Hi everyone, so today I wanted to bring you a video on the perks of working at Best Buy. I worked at Best Buy last year from about May to October. I ended up only leaving because I did get offered a management position at GNC, and because I was also full-time in school, I couldn't keep working there for the hours they needed me for. I 100% do love this company, and I 100% would consider working there again in the future. I'm actually debating on if I want to reapply for seasonal when I'm transferring schools and see if they would get me some pretty good hours, because I know they have a lot more hours during the seasonal time. So let's get into the video. So number one would be the overall discount at Best Buy. Employees love their discount for the most part. You pay 5% over what the company buys the product for. So a lot of accessories, chargers, all that jazz is very, very cheap for employees. On the other hand, there's the downside of TVs and computers don't have that much of an additional price. Like, they can't really up price TVs and computers because there's only so much wiggle room, and people aren't going to spend an excessive amount of money on a TV or a computer. Some might, but depending on the quality, it may only take a couple of dollars off here or there for the higher ticket items, where chargers and stuff will go down pretty dramatically. And number two, speaking from my personal experience, I was a sales consultant on the sales floor. I don't know about cashiers and asset protection on aspects of that as well, but sales consultants, we get so much training, which is a huge benefit, because once you work at Best Buy, a lot of companies do know the amount of sales training that you get from the company. In general, sales consultants, basically you start on the sales floor without a blue shirt. You don't get one of those blue Best Buy shirts until you prove that you can do enough for sales and you understand what the products, and you can actually fully sell, and you're a 100% sales consultant. But you do go through this entire sales induction training, which takes about a week. You can either do a 1 week one, or you can do, I believe, 2 weekends is what they do. I did the full 1 week one. It was about an hour and a half from where I live, so they did put me up in a really nice hotel for the entire week. And you were there 9 to 5, and after that your time was your own. It was really nice because you had the hotel, but you could also, most of us drove, so you had that capability. They paid for all your travel, all your hours traveling, minus like what your actual commute would be. And then you could also put in all your meals, like your lunch and your dinner. You could also put in as an expense on top of any tolls that you had to go through. Sales induction, overall, they treated you very, very well, and you learned a lot. And then after you go through sales induction, you're back in your store. You also have to go through a lot of online learning. So I will make an entire video on sort of my experience and what department I was in at Best Buy. But I originally applied for computers, but because one of my friends worked for computers as a lead, I was unable to work in that department because she was my friend, so they didn't want any favoritism going on, because they do like your evaluations and they help train you and everything for your leads. So I ended up going to Connected Devices. I was in a smaller Best Buy overall, so other stores will have different names, but I mainly did like routers, activity trackers, helped out in mainly every other aspect of the store as well. But because I started with computers, I started with more modules in computers and then got switched over, so I had to do like 1.5 the normal amount of modules for a sales associate, unless you are getting cross-trained. And then after that too, once you get your blue shirt, there are weekly and monthly trainings that you will continually get through your entire experience at Best Buy. Number three, you do meet a lot of amazing people. One reason I said I would go back to Best Buy is because the environment is so positive and so knowledge-based and so customer-based, and it is a great place to work because you have the capability of, say you're having an issue, you can go to your manager. At least in my store, I had a very, very good staff, and I loved everybody I worked with. I loved all of the managers. I felt very comfortable talking to them if I had an issue or I felt I could do better and how they could help me. And it was overall a really great experience, and you can make lasting friends because of it, lasting connections in the business field and everything, which is really, really nice to have. Number four would be that there is a pretty decent pay. When I started, minimum wage in the state I was in was $9.60 an hour, and I was making $11.50 an hour. That also will depend on your experience before going into the company and like where you've worked before, if you have retail experience. If you don't, especially, you do get a higher pay being on the sales floor versus being, say, a cashier or customer service, at least from what I've heard from my friends that were cashiers. And number 5 would be that you get a really good amount of hours, and they are pretty fair hours as well. That also depends on how well you sell, your availability, the actual season, because like I said, the holiday season, they're obviously way more busy for a lot of different retailers, and also the allotted hours, because I was in a smaller store, we didn't have as many hours as a bigger store would, so it also depends, like, the amount of staff they have. If they're understaffed, you're probably going to get more hours. It's a lot of things combined, but realistically, overall, from what I could see, is everybody did get a fair amount of hours. Thank you guys for watching my video on the benefits of working for Best Buy and some of the employee perks that you do get along with it. So if you guys have any suggestions for any other videos, I've worked a lot of places. I'm trying to come up with some for other places I've worked a lot of places, only being 20 years old. But if you guys have any requests at all, or if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know that I can keep making more videos like this. Or if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye guys.